What's up, guys? Welcome to my video. I was here yesterday and I had to cut my video short because of the geese. The geese were there were 3 geese. Actually, there's one over there, and then sorry about the noise here. I'm waiting for this truck to go by. And the one across the street. And then there was one here. And I was trying to figure out why, were they resting or something? Because they were on a, you know, like a layer of feathers. And there it is. I guess they pick their feathers off, they make a bed, and then they lay their eggs. And this is one geese did. Lay their eggs right there. So I had to cut my video short yesterday. Once I saw that. So, but yeah, I was wondering how the little ones were going to get down from here. Look at this. We got a needle. I didn't notice that. I'm not going to touch it, but it's a freaking needle right there. Lucky there's a cap on it. At least they have enough sense to put a cap on the needle. But I usually, the reason why I came back over here, I'm magnet fishing without my 360 magnet, which is still stuck in the water from December 29th. And I really can't do anything unless these geese finally, you know, hatch their eggs and move on. Other than that, it's out of my hands, so I had to magnet fish with the small magnets that I have. So I'm gonna see what happens. All right, I went to the other side. I don't know if you can see, I'm trying to get as close as possible without spooking the geese here. And that's what they do. They that's how they hatch their eggs, on a layer of feathers that they pick off from themselves. But like I said, you know, I guess the little ones could withstand jumping down from a height about what, like 6 feet? That's what I was concerned about. So like I said, I can't retrieve my magnet, which here's the rope still here. I tied a knot and I kept it in, wedged the rope right in there, in that crease there. So when that geese leaves, I could hook up a contraption over here so I can try to get my magnet off. So other than that, I'm gonna head back to the other side and see what I can get out of the water. I'll see you guys there. All right, guys. I'm using this magnet, the Dock Buster. I think it's 2600, 2300, whatever. I'm gonna see what I can get. Like I said, gives you a workout, this magnet. I do have the other one. I have a 2-sided 1300 magnet, but I'm going with the current today. And besides, I think it's April 22nd, 2025. This magnet is very hard to figure out if you have anything on there. because of its weight. All right. I gotta be very careful because if I'm standing in the rope, when I throw this in, it's gonna take me right in there. And if I fall in, I go right to the Delaware. Yeah, that's my main concern. My main concern is how, if the goose has the little ones, how are they going to get down into the water? I don't think the mother picks them up with her beaks and flies them in the water. They usually go in single file. Yeah. Yep, got nothing. Actually, I do see something right there. I don't know what it is. I'm going to use my hook. Either the magnet's probably about 2,300, 2,600. I don't think it's going to lift that out of the ground. All right, let me get this straightened out. You know, actually that thing's built into the ground there. Some type of piping system or something. I don't know what its purpose is. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. Well, I'm just taking my hook. I'm just gonna drag it. See what I catch onto. I was going to go down there along the banks, but looks like a lot of rocks. I gotta watch my step. I don't want to trip. I mean, the water level's not going to be low until about 3:30, 4 o'clock. Even when it's low, it's not going to be low. I think it's going to be like 0.89 feet. Throw it out there. I'm gonna check the magnet, see if I got anything on there. I gotta be careful. Stay away from the wall a little bit. I think there might be metal framing underneath this concrete. So, unlike the 360 would, any metal would stick to it. But this is a one-sided magnet here. Got nothing. Like I said, this magnet is not meant for throwing. It's meant for going straight down. And it gives you a workout. Looks like a piece of iron ferrite. Unlike other places I go to, I don't have that much debris. That's why I don't have I have a bucket, but I don't get too much debris on the magnet when I'm over here. Ugh. Got all this trash laying around. Look at this. Look at all those pointy thorns on there. It's like something I pulled out the other day. I was down here on the other side. I thought it was a piece of metal with spikes coming out of it, and all it was a tree branch. Alright, the hook has something on here. See if I can lift it. Yeah, I think it's probably a fishing line or something. Whoa. But make sure I'm not on that rope when I throw it. I gotta go out. I gotta throw this out the other way because it's current. It's heading towards the west. You know, I'm gonna go get my other magnet and come back. All right, I got the other magnet here, the King Kong. This is two-sided. Actually, this is 1,200 pound magnet here. Check the other magnets out, or the other magnet. And that current's strong. If I had my 360 magnet, it'd probably go right underneath and get stuck on the metal like it did over on the other side. That's what happened. It was like a vacuum. All right, let's check this hook. Yeah, kind of helpless without my 360. right, I think this big one might, I think the dock buster might have something on there. Yeah, there's something in the water here. Oh, it came off. Anything on there? Might have to double or triple team on this item here. I'm gonna throw that straight down. Get the two-sided. Depending on what it is. If it's something I need a hook with, I'll bring the hook. Anything on the magnet? Nope. Ah. Stepped on the rope. I gotta do that again. Go ahead, throw it out while stepping on the rope. All right. Whoop. Oh, I got my magnet on it. I thought I had something. I have the little one on there. All right, guys, I think I might have something on there. I think it might just be a bunch of fishing line, but we'll find out what it is. I don't know if you guys can see that. A string, looks like rope. Oh, damn it, came right off. Let me bring the hook over there and see what I can do with the hook. The hook has something on there. Yeah, the hook has a tire. And this thing is heavy. I gotta try to get the water out if I can. See if I can get this tire up. Oh. The hook keeps getting stuck. Shit. This is what this hook was made for yanking tires. That's why I made this. I'll wheel this over here. Well, it's something. I don't have a scraper. I can't scrape that mud. I need something to scrape it with. All right, we get it cleaned up here. All right, I thought I was pulling on another tire here, but I don't know if you guys can see the mud rising to the top of the surface. Like I said, I'm sorry about the noise here. It's the main drag for big rigs. But this is a bike on here. Whoa! Gotta wait till I get the bike on the surface before I start talking. There we go. Has the lock still on there. What kind of bike is it? Bike with no name on it. Check the other side. Oh, there's a Huffy. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's a Huffy. A child's bike. All right. I still wish I had my 360 magnet with me. All right, let me get a little bit of a rest here. All right, let's see what this big magnet has on there. Probably the same stringy stuff again. Oh, this thing is moving. It's moving. Hear somebody screaming. It's probably oh yeah, I think there's somebody coming down here. In case you didn't know, I'm near the most dangerous city in New Jersey, Camden. You never know who's gonna walk down these streets. I think this person's high on something. That's why he's making all those noises. And he's heading this way. Well, he's on the opposite side. As long as he stays on the opposite side. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Yeah, you go into Camden, all normal and everything, and when you come out of Camden, you're high on something. That's if you survive coming out of Camden. There he is right there. All right guys, I'm gonna make this my last throw. I got something on the hook. I was basically using the hook for now. Anything I was pulling out, I was using the hook. So, I want to see what I got on here. Take it real slow. I think it's tied down. let me see what it is, at least. Yeah, it's tied down. There's a lot of stuff tied down in the water. Yep. I'm gonna run over that one more time and I'll be it. I didn't want to throw it that way. Anytime you got the current going this way, it's always good to throw it out further because the current might take it where you don't want it to go. Oh yeah, this thing is heavy. This thing, oh, came off. Came off. Oh, what the heck. All right. One more throw. And I have to go because my battery's getting low. And I don't have too much video time left. Wasn't a really good throw there. All right. I'm on it again, real slow. Well, come up with, show yourself. Come on, don't break off now. Oh, something's tied down. I tell you, something with some weight is tied. Because if it was just fishing line, it would come right off. All right. I have it right where my finger is. That's why I moved the object. All right, come on, man, come on. Holy crap, this thing is big. I don't know if you guys can see, I'm trying to, oh, it could be another bike. No, it's not a bike. Yeah, it is another bike. Looks like two bikes. Stay on there. Oh. All right. Let's try this again. This doesn't look like a bike, it looks like a piece of rag. Well, no, the bike's attached to it. Ah. Let me work on this. All right, guys, seems I've been throwing everything at it. The 2 magnets, a hook. I can't retrieve those bikes for some reason. It's like a big giant web down there. A web of plastic string, fishing line. So I'm gonna pull everything out. I busted a mount on my chest mount. The plastic, what do you call it? Insert that your camera mounts to. I broke that off. Well, I broke the one end off. So my camera's kind of dangling around. So I'm doing my best to do this and control the camera. Alright. There's nothing but debris on that. Set the hook. The hook's been grabbing on some stringy thing down there in the water. But there's nothing on that. And we check the big magnet out. The dock buster. I was trying to use that to pinpoint where the bikes were, but some reason they like disappear. It's like, well, they sink into the mud, 3 feet into the mud or something. I mean, I had 2 bikes on there, 2 bikes on one throw. Tell you, this magnet gives you a workout. I gotta find out the weight of this big magnet. I think it's probably about 8 pounds. And that's all I got, debris. All right, let me get this cleaned up. All right, guys, I want to conclude this video with the finds of yesterday and today. Yesterday, like I said, I had to delete the video because of the geese situation, but this is one thing I got out. I think it's a boning knife or fillet knife, bottle cap, Corona, this hook, a nice hook, and today we already know about the bike, the tire. I have to get it some other time because I'm not going to put it in my car with mud in it. So I have to get that later. The dock buster, when I went to get the bikes, it did pull this out. I don't know, it looks like a brake caliper, but maybe not. It's just, I don't know. It looks like it has copper at the end. So, I don't know. And then we got this fishing weight. I think it's a fishing weight. It says SUMC, whatever that stands, SUMO 8. I think that's the number 8 on there. I don't know, but. And I pulled this out, all that, what do you call it, plastic fishing line, all that debris that was tied down in the water. I used my hook for that. So other than that, if you like this video, hit the like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again.